Okay. Hi. Okay. So we're all
Hi.
on. Yeah. So Abhi, basically what I'm doing today is we're all chatting on a very fundamental thing, Sujit, that we started off on the human body. The only thing that that is true is the fact that your entire body is made up of multiple millions and trillions of cells. Each single cell is a living organism, right? And as long as you keep that cell clean, you are disease free. So isko na try and visualize. It's called the lymphatic system, and what the lymphatic system basically does, it's like the body sewage system, right? आपका every single cell in the human body is eating, it's breathing, it's living, right? Leaving the medical terms aside, it is every single cell is alive, and because it is alive, there is something that goes in, energy, food, whatever, and something that goes out. Whatever goes out is the waste, and the waste needs to be expelled. If that waste expulsion is not happening, there is a problem. So whenever there is any naturopathic treatment, it's all about cleansing the human body, right? And that's what naturopathy as well does. Lymphatic system is what the human body basically survives on. And what this basically means is everything goes inside in the lymphatic system, and it starts getting expelled. And the biggest method of expulsion is evacuation, which is your morning washroom habits. And many people, majority of the world that you talk to, will have a defecation problem. Everyone does not know. I mean, very 1 out of 10 people wake up in the morning, go to the washroom, poop, and they're fresh all day long. 9 people have a problem. 9 out of 10 problem, and this is where the disease originates from. And what happens is lymphatic system, the waste of every single cell is getting accumulated, and it goes down the system to be evacuated. लेकिन अगर आपका output ही block हो गया, which is the evacuation system, that's where the diseases start. And that's what the problem is, right? So we need to understand the lymphatic system as this big suction, which constantly sucking all the waste out of the system and throwing it out. And every single if cell is getting refreshed. The moment that refreshment stops is when the problems happen. So the idea is to keep the lymphatic system clean. There is no need to get into medical sciences. I'm not a doctor, I'm a lifestyle coach. But the fact remains that if every single element of your body is clean, you are healthy. So that's what the bottom line is, which basically means you have to eat well, you have to drink well, you have to think positively, and you have to breathe well. We all live in toxic environments, at least north of India, where we are is hugely toxic. But the four key input elements that we can categorize. Obviously, there is smell also, there is hearing also. So smell I've discarded for simplicity. But what we eat, we've discussed in the first few sessions. Every single packaged food is a problem, राइट. फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स खाओ, उसमें पेस्टिसाइड्स है. पानी आप मिनरल वाटर पीते हो, वो प्लास्टिक की बॉटल में आता है. Every single thing has some element of ailment in it. So in an ideal case scenario, you should eat fruits, vegetables which are fresh, which are organic. उसको हमने डिस्कस किया था. Whatever you eat, make sure it is properly washed with an ionizer, or you dip it in soap, in salt and water and vinegar and clean it. What you drink, pani, mineral water is good as long as it comes in glass bottles. Plastic mineral water is bad for you. Everything that comes in plastic gets contaminated, and you should not drink that water. आजकल तो बहुत फैशनेबल है, छोटी छोटी बॉटल्स आती हैं. एंड पानी का एक सिंपल रूल है दैट पानी दिखने में साफ होना चाहिए, टेस्ट में फीका होना चाहिए. That's all there is to it, right? And there should be no smell. That is the basic principle of water, which is like boring water and all. What we think, always think positive. कोई कुछ लेके नहीं जाएगा. Anyone who's harmed you, good for them, bad for them. You live your life and try to breathe good air. So people who are staying in polluted cities like Beijing, at least, or not, Beijing is no longer the world's most polluted cities where we are, Delhi is. But try and put yourself purifiers inside the house and breathe clean air. That's all that matters. And these are the four key input elements. If you have these four key input elements right, you have the lymphatic system, which will be active and clean throughout your life. And that is so, so important to keep the lymphatic system functioning. Abhi, Char, if I were to categorize the four key elements without getting into too much detail, but you can ask me questions if you have points, you can. डेफिकेशन इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. पेट साफ. आयुर्वेद में कहते हैं पेट साफ तो हर बीमारी माफ. जो कफा लोग हैं जिनको लगता है हम सुबह उठते ही पेट साफ हो जाता है और ब्लड प्रेशर है या डायबिटीज है, उनका पेट साफ नहीं होता. उनको लगता है कि पेट साफ होता है, थोड़ा बहुत रह जाता है. एंड दैट इज द इंटेस्टाइनस लाइनिंग which causes all the problems. So if you have the defecation going 100%, you're sorted. So basically defecation के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. जिसका नेचुरली आता है बहुत अच्छा, नहीं तो उसके लिए बहुत आसान देसी नुस्खे हैं. रात को सोने से पहले एक ग्लास में जीरा भिगो दो, या सौंफ भिगो दो, या धनिया भिगो दो. एंड व्हेन यू डिप इट इन द वाटर ऑल नाइट लॉन्ग, मॉर्निंग में व्हेन यू ड्रिंक दैट वाटर, दैट हेल्प्स क्लीन अप द वेस्ट इन द ह्यूमन बॉडी. बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. जो वात के रोगी हैं या पित्त के रोगी हैं, उनके लिए इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दे कैन ऑल्सो यूज कैस्टर ऑयल. कैस्टर ऑयल का फायदा यह है कि कैस्टर ऑयल इज अ लुब्रिकेंट, और जिसका ऑलरेडी वात दोष है तो ड्राइनेस बॉडी में ज्यादा होती है, castor oil can help eliminate. But I would suggest do not make castor oil. Don't drink more than 2-3 spoons to eliminate. अगर आप naturally go to the washroom, अगर कुछ रह जाता है where you are feeling dissatisfied, then have 2-3 spoons of castor oil to cleanse it further. So there are multiple ways. Never get into addictive substances. Trifla is a good thing. Trifla चूरन. वॉशरूम जाने के बाद लगता है कि पूरा पेट साफ नहीं हुआ, तो गर्म पानी में थोड़ा त्रिफला चूरन मिक्स कर लो, 1 चम्मच, एंड यू कैन ड्रिंक दैट. दैट विल ऑल्सो पंप आउट द वेस्ट. सो दिस आर देर आर मल्टीपल वेज टू डू इट. देर इज वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग विच आई पुट अप ऑल इज कॉल्ड पीपीटीएम. सुबह उठते ही पलंग में पवन मुक्त आसन. पवन मुक्त आसन आप करोगे तो बॉडी का जितना भी गैस है वो काफी कुछ पास आउट हो जाता है, एंड दैट स्टार्ट्स क्लियरिंग अप द सिस्टम. पवन मुक्त आसन पियो. पानी पी के ताड़ आसन करो. द मोमेंट यू स्ट्रेच इट विल स्टार्ट हेल्पिंग यू डेफिकेट बेटर. मल आसन, जो पहले इंडियन स्टाइल था वॉशरूम जाने का, हम स्क्वाट करके बैठते थे, जो नेचुरल पॉस्चर है, वो पिछले 20-30 साल में खत्म हो गए. एवरी होम हैज एन इंडियन वेस्टर्न पॉट. सो इफ यू गो टू Amazon also, you will get these tools for people in different parts of the world. एक एक स्टूल आता है जिसमें आप लेग थोड़ा रेज कर सकते हो वेस्टर्न स्टाइल में. You can just Google it on Amazon or something. You will find stands which you can use to raise your feet slightly so that your feet are at angle of 12 inches. You can't be something like that. Yeah. Brilliant, Sujit. Absolutely, that will help a lot in defecation. So you can use that as well. And defecation is the most important part of the human body, which basically means you will have to cleanse your system once every now and then, and ensure that defecation happens 100%. The second most important part of cleansing the human body to make sure that your lymphatic system is working is urination, right? आयुर्वेद में कहते हैं कि मन में कभी आता है कि वॉशरूम जाऊं नहीं जाऊं, मन में डाउट हो रहा है, कभी मत रोको. Always run and ease yourself. Urination is very important. A lot of people today with advanced medical sciences are so dependent on dialysis. Their kidneys stop functioning. It is a bad thing. You don't need that. उस स्टेज पे जाना ही नहीं है आपको. जैसे ही आपको बॉडी में लगता है कि वॉशरूम जाना है, यू शुड रश. ड्रिंक अनफ अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर. दिन में इतना बॉडी में पानी जाना चाहिए कि अंदर साफ पानी जाए, जो अल्कलाइन वाटर हो, जिसका TDS 150 से ऊपर हो और ORP नेगेटिव हो. वंस यू ड्रिंक दैट वाटर, यू विल स्टार्ट एलिमिनेटिंग वेस्ट फ्रॉम द बॉडी. और इतना भी नहीं पीना कि जबरदस्ती उससे कफ बढ़ता है, बट हैज टू बी बैलेंस्ड. द थर्ड एलिमेंट इज रेस्पिरेशन. जितना भी प्राणायाम है ब्रीदिंग पे टिका हुआ है. A lot of pranayam, anulom, vilom, bhastrika, all exercise on respiration. Respiration is also one of the critical elements to eliminate waste. राइट. रेस्पिरेशन, सांस लो, सांस बाहर, अंदर ऑक्सीजन आता है, बाहर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आता है. सो व्हाट बेसिकली रेस्पिरेशन डज इज इट ऑल्सो क्लेंजेस योर बॉडी. एंड व्हेन यू डू इंटेंस ब्रीदिंग, जैसे भस्त्रिका है, इट इंक्रीजेज योर लंग कैपेसिटी. नाउ द पॉइंट इज, ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी को ब्रीदिंग का प्रॉब्लम है वही करे. एवरीथिंग इज कनेक्टेड. योर लंग्स, योर ब्रेन, योर हेड, योर लेग्स, योर फीट, everything is connected, and as long as you keep cleansing it, it helps you. Respiration, and the fourth is perspiration. I know many people who haven't sweat over the last 1 month, 2 months. पसीना ही नहीं आया सर्दियों में. अरे तो भागो. If you can't run, go into a steam room, but you have to open the pores of your skin and you have to perspire. If you don't perspire, you really won't cleanse your body. And if you go for a run, people who work out in gyms, would realize the glow that you see on your face. Your nose will glow, your face will glow. All of that happens immediately after you perspire. So the four critical elements of the human body uh, are defecation, which is basically pooping every morning, making sure it happened 100%. We've shared all the methods of how to do that. Urination, make sure you go to the washroom every time you feel like it. There is nothing embarrassing about, excuse me, I need to go to the washroom, go pee and come. Keep the body clean, keep your bladder empty, drink enough water to keep pumping it out. Respiration, सांस लेना, योग, आयुर्वेद, एंड इसमें ये एक्सरसाइज के साथ भी लिंक्ड है. When you're running or when you're jogging, you will see a lot of your amount of inhalation and exhalation goes up, and it expands your lung capacity, makes you stronger. Perspiration also 3 and 4 are linked. When you're exercising, it cleanses up. So these are the 4 or 5 things very clear to help keep your lymphatic system functional. If your lymphatic system is fully functioning, जितने भी बड़े बड़े योगी हैं वो पहाड़ों पे चढ़े रहते हैं, उनको ठंड नहीं लगती क्योंकि lymphatic system clear है. जो भी देसी आदमी है who sits in the Indian style, his tummy is clean. You're exercising. So as long as the lymphatic system is functioning fully, you will be completely ailment free. Natural stuff, adding water, sun soaking बहुत important है. बॉडी मसाजेज अभी विंटर्स में है, जितने भी बात दो जिनको भी गैस का प्रॉब्लम है, ऑयल मसाज बहुत अच्छा होता है गैस गैस रिलीज करने के लिए. इरेडिकेट रिफाइंड ऑयल, हैव घीज एंड ऑयल्स विच आर cold pressed oils. Til ka tel, groundnut oil are all healthy for you. What we discussed sometimes. A lot of raw salads and fruits when you're not fasting. इंटरमिनेंट फास्टिंग तो एक बहुत पुरानी चीज है. योग में कहते हैं जो एक बारी खाता है वो योगी, तो जो बारी दो बारी खाता है वो भोगी, और जो 3 बारी खाता है वो रोगी. Right, that's part of yoga. So unless you're a growing child, you really don't need to eat so much. Juice fasting when you're not hungry. अगर भूख नहीं लगी तो जबरदस्ती क्यों खाना खाना है, जूस करो. एंड 8 घंटे तो सोना बहुत जरूरी है सबको, 6 से 8 घंटे. पहले जमाने में एक रिसर्च भी होता है, read this in some, not पहले जमाने, there was a research conducted by some scientist who stays in Costa Rica, and they asked him how much hours of sleep is enough. And you'll be surprised to know, he said even 10 hours is good for you, because when it's dark, you're meant to sleep. When it's day in the morning, 4 5 a.m. is when you're supposed to wake. So even 8 10 hours of sleep is not bad, as long as you get the enough quantum of rest that you need. I think that's about it. So these are the 4 key elements, and then we'll break into Q&A, and we'll keep it short and crisp today. Yeah.
So one follow-up question, Krishna. Pankaj. So with the juice cleanse, can I have castor oil in the morning after
If
my
you
first?
don't need to, you don't need to,
Right? Okay.
because there is no food going inside, so automatically the body is pumping out the waste.
Acha.
So there is no need for any castor oil at this point. Castor oil is needed when there is a blockage. So right now, when you're on a juice fast, Sujit, you are not eating anything, so your digestive system is off.
Mm.
Because your digestive system is off, your body after 72 hours gets into an autophagy, which means it starts eating up the old waste.
Mm.
And once it starts eating up the old waste, if there is anything in the colon or in the large intestine or anywhere in the body, that will start getting dissolved and will come out.
Acha.
Anything,
Anything.
right? So that's why I'm asking you not to eat anything. And after 3 days or 4 days, we'll see how the body responds, and that's when you will decide whether you want to graduate into raw fruits or vegetables or not. But definitely 21 days of nothing cooked for a complete 100% expulsion of all diseases inside the system. And you're
Okay.
underweight, right? So you can afford to do that.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
will lose in 21 days, you will definitely lose about 4 to 5 inches or 3 inches minimum. And you will lose about, in 21 days, you lose about 10 kilos, 10, 12 kilos.
I lost 3 pounds in the 6 days that I did cleansing, na salt
Ah,
water.
ah,
Lost three pounds.
lovely. So 3 pounds is almost a kilo, but that is also old waste. Understand? You've been eating
हाँ
regularly, everything is normal, right? So इसका
हाँ
मतलब पुराना निकला है, which was blocking in the system,
हाँ.
right? So it's all coming out. Very
Hmm.
nice. Yeah. So crisp
Yeah.
session on the lymphatic system. Anyone, anything else? We're gonna put the recording up, and we'll take it from there. Anyone, anything else? We wind up for today. Lovely, guys. Thank you. Cheers.